Hey guys, Weeby News here, and today we are back with yet another video. And today I'm super excited because we are reacting to Alien Stage. Yeah, so I've been wanting to get into the series for quite some time. From what I can tell, it seems to be similar to Milgram, which is another sort of like series I've covered on this channel, where it basically tells a story through like music videos. But yeah, one of my friends and moderators, Brie the Cookie Monster, who also collabed with me on the merch, is a big fan of the series, so she made me a very detailed Word document to kind of follow while trying to get into the series, because from what I've heard, it can be a bit confusing just watching the music videos by themselves. So I'm going to kind of use this document as an outline to help explain the story as I go. So yeah, huge shout out to her. I can definitely tell she spent a lot of time making this document, so be sure to send her some love. But yeah, if you're interested in seeing more Alien Stage videos from me, please do be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe. And yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Hello Weeby, welcome to Alien Stage. As you've heard, I've been a longtime fan of the series and I've been following Vivinos and QMENG's works for years. To help you react to the series as efficiently as possible, I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of the setting, ask you first impression questions of the cast, as well as provide details as to how the series came to be. Other than that, you'll be giving your own commentary and theories, and after you complete each episode, I'll show you some lore explanations and fan theories for what you've watched. The service of the story is in the videos, however, tons of outside lore for the series comes from hints and posts on the creator's social medias, similar to when I had you react to Pink Bitch Club. Oh yeah, that's another series I watched. I believe it's also by Vivinos. So I am a bit familiar with the format, kind of like watching the music video and then analyzing stuff to kind of get more details regarding the story. I hope you're excited to learn about this amazing story that's been blowing up for the past few months now, as it deserves. Disclaimer: to respect Vivinos' wishes, any monetary photos from the Patreon will not be used in order to abide by Patreon guidelines and the posts the creators have made. Any lore will be explained through text, never visually. If you wish to see the lore photos for yourself, here's a Patreon for anyone reading this to go join and support the creators. That was another thing that Brie mentioned to me, is that Vivinos has a Patreon, and on that Patreon there's like exclusive images relating to some of the lore explanations for Alien Stage. And just out of respect to Vivinos and Patreon's guidelines, we're not going to be including any of that in this video. So if you want to see that stuff, you'll have to go to Patreon. The setting: Alien Stage takes place in a futuristic and alternative world where human society has been enslaved by an alien race. Oh, that's where the alien part comes in. That makes sense. I was wondering that. I was like, why is it called Alien Stage? I was like, all I've ever seen regarding Alien Stage is like pictures of like pretty boy pop stars. That's all I've gotten. So I was like, where do the aliens come in? Okay, they're enslaved by an alien race known as the Segines. Segines? Oh god, I'm gonna totally butcher this word. I'm sorry. The Segines are an intergalactic species who come in all different shapes and sizes, who have a strong thirst for blood. Not just blood though, they're sophisticated. They want entertainment, baby. Oh my god. So like the stars are like forced to do entertainment for the aliens. Interesting. So years and years ago, they invaded Earth and killed the majority of the adult population. Oh Jesus. Stealing and taking the children as hostages in order to enslave them as human pets. Ew. Oh god. It reminds me of like when, I guess like in war, when people take like child soldiers, you know what I mean? It's like kind of like it is grooming. It's just like, I guess, a different context for it, where it's just like, oh, let's kill all the adults because their brains have fully developed and they can think for themselves. So we'll keep the kids so we can like brainwash them to doing basically what we want them to do, which is, I guess in this case, be human pets. Ugh. As centuries passed and this lifestyle became the new normal for humans, most of the children taken were either sold to be pets for the Segines, or were forced to sign up to be vocally trained at a young age to become a pioneer of music. The best human pets in these programs would eventually have a chance to get their name out there to Segine society through the means of their most popular show, Alien Stage. Oh my god! It's like American Idol for aliens! A competition show to see which pet comes out on top. Oh Jesus, are they gonna kill the pets who like don't perform well enough or something? I was like, I could see it being something like that. Some like, some death game shit. I know, okay. I know, I'm obsessed with death games. Okay, fine, you can see the Mew Aruma t-shirt, you know me. But I could see that being the case, okay? Like, these people seem fucked up. I could see them being like, I am sorry, Jimin, you did not slay, so... Oh, second place. Oh my god, embarrassing. We can't have a human pet around who got second place. Let's just kill him now to get rid of the shame. I can see that being the case. Better references on how to raise excellent pet humans. Oh Jesus, that is so fucked up. I mean, like, I expected this to be fucked up. Like I said, I've watched a little bit of Pink Bitch Club and I remember that one being pretty messed up, but yeah, this is already very different than what I expected it to be. I kind of I don't know, like I said, I kind of assumed maybe it had like a futuristic setting to it, but I thought it would just be more kind of like the dark side of the music industry sort of vibes, not like them also being enslaved by aliens and stuff. This does make it a lot darker in my opinion, kind of like, yeah, having the whole human pets thing where, yeah, basically as children they were brainwashed into like doing this, and I mean they're basically gonna have to perform for their lives. It's not even like, oh, the things you'll do for fame. It's like the things you'll do for, you know, the alien species holding you captive who could kill you at any moment because, like I said, it did mention they were bloodthirsty. Oh, goody, we get a tutorial. Thank God, I was really wondering how to raise my pet human. I was super worried that once, you know, I got to it, I was gonna be lost. How to give love to humans. Humans love dolls. Give a doll with a body temperature similar to that of a human. Normal body temperature, 36.5 degrees. How to feed humans. Feed the pet human food containing the nutrients it needs to consume. Unless you're pissed off at it, then do whatever you want. How to treat when human is sick. Humans cannot eat cyanide, mercury, and testodotoxin. Do not give the ingredients that Sagine enjoys to humans. Okay, that is crazy. So the Sagines eat cyanide? That is wild. Okay, interesting. They made like a little magazine cover of it. So I guess it's just like magazines being sold at like the Sagine, like a Kroger. They just pick it up, you know, when they're getting their cyanide groceries. I wonder what the pill thing is. Is that like, whenever your human gets depressed about being enslaved, make sure you give them a Prozac. They love that shit. Okay, the cast, in no particular order. Sua, a quiet, professionally trained vocalist who's calm and super gifted. Sua's always been skeptical of her surroundings. Oh girl, they're not gonna like that. This made her feel distant emotionally with most peers, except for one. With such an introverted persona and acute intelligence, will her training push her to be the best on the stage, or will it be her downfall? Mizi, an airy, bubbly girl who tried her best at singing from a young age. Mizi has always held her head up high, and she's always tried to view Segan society in a positive light. Okay, so she's Delulu. I get that. That's probably the road I would go to. Like, I don't want to accept, you know, the world the way it is. Let's just pretend like everything's fine. She's always been described as a ray of sunshine amongst her peers, but will her happy ambiance be enough for the stage, or will her naivety get the better of her? I do want to know what's going to happen to these contestants that fail. Maybe they won't get killed. Maybe, you know, that's just the Danganronpa in me, you know, that's like thinking they're gonna get executed on the spot, but I could see them being like outcast or something too, or punished in some way for not doing a good job. I mean, the society does not think of them as like humans, you know, they literally think of them as pets, and I don't think they're very well treated pets either. Okay, Hyuna, a rebellious woman with a knack for trouble. Hyuna is a force to be reckoned with. When she's set on something, she goes full force and all in on it, no matter what. She's never been one for rules, but how will that affect her image amongst Sagian society? Or has it already? Okay, interesting. So she seems like the rebel of the group. I don't necessarily think this is the case, but I do think it would be interesting if these bios were more so describing like the persona these girls put on rather than like their actual like personalities. Because right now the way it's setting it up, it's definitely making it seem like Hyuna is going to be the one who's like anti-Segian. She's going to be the one to maybe revolt or like say like, we got to stop this, you know, singing show or whatever. Whereas Mizi is going to be delusional and like, no guys, the Segians are actually good. Like, they gave me a candy one time. I swear, I can vouch for them. But I think it'd be interesting if it's actually like Hyuna just has this bad girl persona that she puts on to appeal to the aliens. Because like it said earlier that like the aliens, they want entertainment. So they want a wide variety of different personalities. So I think it would be interesting if Hyuna actually like, you know, it has this like, I'm a rebel, like, I don't take crap from nobody kind of thing. But actually on the inside, she's like terrified of what's going on and like, is, you know, willing to follow their orders. Whereas like Mizi obviously kind of puts on this like bubbly, airheaded, everything's okay, you know, we're totally not gonna get killed by aliens sort of like front, but maybe the inside she actually is like wanting to revolt and wanting to like go against them. You know what I mean? I think that would be really interesting, I guess. Okay, next up is Till. A mouthy, brash rock star, Till has stood up against Sagian authority one too many times, and it's given him quite the reputation, both from his peers and Sagian society. Are they like not upset about that? Okay, maybe my whole theory about like these just being their like crafted personalities is wrong. I do think that would be an interesting idea, but it does seem like he actually has like stood up against Sagian society before. I am assuming it's like in an unserious fashion, right? Like, I don't think it's like a we won't be treated like pets anymore. We're gonna revolt. And it's more like stop telling me to go to bed at 10 p.m. Stygian overlord. I don't want to do that. I'm a rock star. I feel like if it was something serious, like they're trying to like, you know, make a revolt, I feel like they're gonna get shot on the spot. You know what I mean? He's a total troublemaker in everyone's eyes. He's more of a softie once you get to know him, but would showing that do him more harm than good? I guess it just depends. And what a choice that is to have the dogs out on full display. Okay, I mean, geez, come on, man. Interesting. He does kind of remind me of Fuda so far. I feel like his songs are probably gonna be similar to like Fuda's from Milgram, which I'm looking forward to because I've always really loved Fuda songs. Ivan, oh, he looks confident. He looks like a male lead in like a shoujo. A humble and charismatic man, Ivan has always been aesthetically pleasing to audiences with his image. Curiously enough, Ivan is someone who's more used to watching from the sidelines, wondering about people's emotions, something he doesn't want to admit to not feeling. Oh, okay. He doesn't feel emotions? Interesting. I feel like, is there like a word for that? Is it like sociopaths? Okay, it's actually something different than sociopathy. Alexithymia, someone who experiences difficulty recognizing, expressing, and feeling emotions, often described as emotional blindness. Interesting. I don't think I've ever really seen a character with that. I've definitely seen people who are sociopathic before, but not, I guess, like this specific condition. I'm very interested to see how he presents himself in his songs then. I assume he's gonna kind of present himself the way that he wants other people to perceive him, because even if he can't necessarily like feel the emotions himself, I'm sure he can kind of gather what people might want from him based off of like observation, you know? So that's interesting. Seems like he'll be a very interesting character. Will showing that side of him make his image go down or better it? I don't know if they're gonna like that. I don't know. I don't know if the aliens are gonna like that. I feel like some of the other characters, like I could see them liking the arcs, you know what I mean? Like Till showing his soft side, because I feel like that's more of like a common sort of like story or common like kind of like personality trait, putting on a tough exterior but then like hiding that soft side. But I feel like this is a lot more unique, so I don't know if the aliens are gonna be feeling it or not, but I'll still support you, Ivan. Luca, okay, this is the character I think I've actually heard about before. I've seen this name around and I've seen pictures of him. A spectacle amongst human pets, Luca's already renowned in Stygian society. Spotlights, cameras, you name it. He's always got paparazzi after him. Is it due to his title, the Prince? Is there more to him than meets the eye? Is he physically and emotionally okay? Stygian society may never know, but will you find out is the question. Okay, cool, interesting. Yeah, like I said, I've definitely seen this name around, so he does seem like he's gonna be an important character, and he's very pretty. I think that's probably the other reason why I've seen pictures of him everywhere. I feel like there definitely is more than him just being like a diva, you know, like celebrity. I feel like he's probably gonna think what's going on in society is messed up, and maybe he's just kind of like putting on these amazing performances because he like, you know, wants to survive the best way he can. I think that's kind of my general assumption about him, but he definitely does seem like an interesting character. I'd say him and Ivan are probably the ones I'm the most interested in so far. I feel like they both seem pretty unique. Okay, questions for Weeby. Who do you think is the protagonist? I honestly wasn't really expecting any of them to be the protagonist. I think especially now knowing it's like a game show, I'm mostly just expecting to see music videos for each character. I mean, if there's like a character that sort of has like a main storyline going around them, probably Luca seems to be the most likely, but I think I could also be biased because I know I've heard his name the most regarding this series, so I guess I'll go with him for now as an answer. Who intrigues you the most aesthetically? Probably Luca. He's definitely got like a shine to him. Just like, answer him for every question. So far. Out of the girls, I think I'm probably the most interested in Sua. I feel like, I don't know, she just seems really sweet. I feel like she's gonna have a hard time. I'm a little worried for her. Who are you betting on winning? Oh man, this might be a controversial answer. I think I'm gonna go with Yuna. I don't know why I'm under this assumption, but I feel like I'm under the assumption that all these characters' personalities are gonna change a lot by being in this competition. So I think it would be interesting if she goes from being this rebellious person who wants to like, you know, free the humans and blah, 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 to being kind of like the obedient pet. You know what I mean? So I think I'm honestly gonna bet on her winning. Also interesting, it seems like she's lost her leg too. I wonder if that actually was from like rebelling against like Sagians or just like getting into trouble somehow. That could be a motivator for her to not get into trouble anymore. I don't know. I think it might be more of a hot take, but I'm gonna go with her for the winner. Okay, so first up, it seems like we're gonna be watching the theme song. Brie mentioned that although the theme song of the series was not posted first, I made a poll in your Discord community for the active Alien Stage fans to choose the best order for the playlist, and the majority of them chose the theme song as it was created to show off the characters before the mainline story. It's also the first Alien Stage video I showed off to your members, and I agree that it'll be a good starter. Have fun watching. Yay, yippee! I get to watch a song. I'm excited. Pretty. I guess this probably is like the actual intro for the show, now that I think about it. This is what the aliens watch when they're like, you know, sitting down for dinner watching TV. Okay. Oh, she's got like a little, like, ooh. She's got like a little, you know, chain around her neck. Like, I wonder if it like blows up if they do something wrong or something like that. It's like, probably. Also, I'm like, what is she looking at? Is it like the Earth? Like, did they destroy it? She's like looking at, you know, where she originally came from. Oh yeah, there is like, kind of looks like just like trash surrounding it. Is that all the trash we, you know, like threw into the ocean before we got destroyed by the Segians? Let's like see what I think. Ugh. Oh, it's aliens. Interesting. Is Luca, I think? I feel like he doesn't really look that happy being sort of just crowded around by the aliens. I'm sure it can't be as glamorous as like, yeah, the bio was kind of describing it. Yeah, he almost looks like kind of scared and like defeated, you know, with them all standing over him like that. Cause it's like, on one hand, it's like he's a celebrity, but he's also a pet, you know what I mean? So there's gonna be, I mean, people already in society kind of like dehumanize celebrities, you know what I mean? Like not respecting their personal space, not respecting their privacy and stuff like that. So I can only imagine how much worse it would be in a society where like the celebrities are looked at as like not even really a part of the society, just like as pets that we own, you know? I mean, sure as hell none of them are getting paid for this. Ah, they got handcuffs too. Was it the logo? Oh, my father, my universe. It's so creepy. Dude, it's giving me like cult opening ceremony. My father, my universe, please don't kill me. I promise I love you. They look really young in some of these shots too. Like almost they even recruited these guys like even younger, I guess, to kind of like groom them into becoming celebrities. Interesting. Okay. She's trying to stab him? Okay, yeah, it literally is like the opening for the actual show, isn't it? Because they even got like the logo and stuff. Interesting. I kind of want to re-look at some of this. It seems like the girl in the glasses, that's Miki, right? Like as a kid. It does kind of low-key seem like she's the suck-up. Like she's kind of leading the other kids. Well, they have these like drones kind of like around them, making sure they don't fuck up. I was like, they look armed too. Like they're ready to shoot, you know, if somebody's stepping out of line. There is like these nameless kind of kids around them as well. Yeah, oh yeah, dude, they totally kill the kids that aren't talented enough. Dude, you can totally see it right there, because I was like, I noticed these sort of like faceless kids. I was like, did they get killed? I was like, no, yeah, it literally shows them getting dragged away. So yep, they definitely got killed. Well, I guess like Sua, Miki, Luca, these others were the ones that kind of like survived. Interesting, I'm kind of glad it does show them as kids too, kind of emphasizing the fact that they were trained to do this from like very, very early. It is interesting that characters like Hyuna and Till have made it so far, even though they seem to be the more kind of like rebellious type. I guess like I said, it could be that they're just like rebellious about like more unserious things for the time being, but you would think that they wouldn't really be putting up with that. I could also see it being the case for the aliens. They don't necessarily care like if you are late, if you do drugs, if you bully the other contestants. I feel like they're probably like, that's expected. That's like pop star diva behavior. You know what I mean? But they're like, if you get on stage though and you fucking flop, now that's where we draw the damn line. Which honestly, it just kind of seems like the Segians are like Stan Twitter. You know what I mean? Like this is what society would be like if it was controlled by Stan Twitter. Selling under 30,000 copies equals death sentence. Also, it almost looks like this guy was being like hung or something, right? Also, this looks gay. I can't be the only one to think that. Oh, no, actually, it must be Till who had that, because I can kind of see it is connecting to his, okay, to his throat. Ooh, that does seem really dangerous. Like, are they gonna like hang him at some point? I don't know. But regardless, this seems super gay. I'm all here for it. Okay, I do want to listen to it one more time, kind of focusing more on the lyrics, because I was trying to focus more on the visuals the first round. But I do want to make sure to pay attention to the lyrics too and kind of give them their like due diligence. Lyrics did seem kind of depressing so far from what I could tell. Oh, wait, is she like, oh man, is there like a little brother or something that died? Oh, actually, it could be she was friends with one of the kids who got, you know, axed for flopping originally. I could see that being the case too, because I don't even know if they really like are made aware of their family in this sort of society. Like, I assume the aliens are kind of like monitoring like reproduction and stuff too, and maybe even like separating them like immediately from birth. Yeah, I think it is probably one of the flop kids that she was maybe really close with, because it does show them all in that same uniform later at that kind of same young age. So no wonder she rebels if like somebody that she was close with got killed like at an early age. That makes sense. Interesting. Yeah, the lyrics are pretty depressing. Kind of the same thing I picked up on before. It almost does kind of seem like they're just praying to God, like, please, God, save me from this darkness that I live in. Holy crap, there's a lore section in the document about this too. I was yapping for so long about my theories. Oh my gosh, Brie, you outdid yourself. This is so in depth. With the theme song, we get exposed to the characters for the first time, as well as a preview to the music, with the opening song being called Sweet Dream. I won't tell you which character sung this until later. Okay, so it is one of the characters. I was wondering about that. Okay, cool. There's a translated lyrics too. The first part is kind of just them like talking about how awful this like situation is, and the second part is like, God, please help me. Please help me, God. If you're out there, Father God, please. Get me out of here. I wonder if they're raised very religiously or not. You wouldn't think that they would really have access to religion, I guess being owned by the society, but I wonder if there's like, I don't know, like textbooks or something they're like aware of, you know, from Earth that makes them kind of like more religious and want to rely on God. Or I guess it could just be like the human desire for there to be a greater power in general. Like they're not necessarily referring to like a God from a specific religion, but instead they're just kind of referring to like the idea of there being a greater power that can help them. When the video starts out, we see Sua at a young age looking at the planet. From closer inspection, it's shown that many UFOs, satellites, and foreign ships are surrounding it, with this planet presumably being the remnants of Earth and now being used as a subcolony for their homeworld empire. Okay, that's what I was thinking too, especially since you saw the trash kind of around. I'm like, yep, that's Earth. All the plastic cups and shit. I'm like, yeah, that's us. We also see young Sua with a collar around her neck, an important factor to the sad state of human society amongst the Segians. Every human pet must have one to monitor them. These collars have a color code system to check for stability. Green, stable; orange, uncomfortable; red, unstable. Okay. Is it just like monitoring their emotions, I guess, to kind of show whenever they think they're going to rebel? Next, we see Luca surrounded by a multitude of Segians and paparazzi. His expression is ambiguous, but it gives off the slight hint of tiredness and exhaustion from all the spotlight. We then get a close-up of his name tag. Fun fact, when Alien Star first launched, some people had the headcanon that Luca was a transgender male due to his name tag being a close ambigram of Louisa, which people speculated to be a possible dead name. However, oh, it does look like Louisa. I was kind of thinking that too. I just figured it was like the font making it kind of like look like that, you know what I mean? Because I feel like there's been other like stuff I've seen where I feel like the font will sometimes make it look like a totally different word. However, the creators have never confirmed this, and it's been left only as a headcanon, especially since this was an early on theory. Vivinos did state on her Patreon that when they designed Luca, they wanted him to have androgynous features and a royal-like vibe. Okay, so it's never really been confirmed or denied. It's just kind of like a headcanon for some people. Throughout the video, you've also probably taken notice of Till and Hyuna being detained in their respective scenes. Till detained all over, Hyuna handcuffed. Okay, was that Till? I was wondering who that was. He was hella detained, dude. I guess it is from their like rebelling. I guess maybe it's like they don't like that they rebelled, but like they're so talented, they gotta keep him around to put him on stage. Damn, they really did fuck up Till though. He was hella detained. While the collars are known to monitor the humans, the guards of Segian society are shown to put heavy restraints on troublemakers. I wonder who this could be in Hyuna's scene. Yeah, I feel like he probably is one of the nameless flops that, you know, got axed before the show premiered. We also get introduced to a clip of young Mizi alongside a Segian next to her. This is the first time showcasing of a parent alien. Oh, okay, so I guess it makes sense. I guess I kind of thought these kids were almost like, I mean, I'm sure they're all orphans, you know, technically, but I didn't think they'd really have like a specific alien owner, since it seemed like they were maybe just kind of raised in like a camp to like train them to be stars, you know what I mean? But it seems like according to this, maybe some of them do have like a parent alien or like an owner. Parent aliens are Segians who have bought or won a human pet that they get to raise as their own. There's no specific way to raise them except for the handbook back from earlier, so the majority of these Segians are neglectful to their adoptees, But it's not to say there's never been a good parental Segian before. We can see that Mizi's parent is an aquatic Segian who was revealed to go by the name of Shine on Patreon and the magazine. Okay, yeah, I didn't even really notice this alien behind her. I was like, she kind of seems like a narc, you know what I mean? Like, she seems like really into the whole like alien regime. Like, she was kind of the one like almost, I feel like, directing them towards the end of this. I don't know, she's kind of sus. I guess it might make sense if she likes the aliens because her like, you know, alien parent is good though. Maybe that's what gives her such a positive outlook towards them. But I was like, ooh, bad vibes, girly pop. Bad vibes. Last but definitely not least, we come to one of the most important settings in Alien Stage. The Annex Kindergarten is a place where parent aliens can sign up their human pets to a professionally trained vocal program that will turn their adoptees into singing prodigies, who will be signed up for Alien Stage once they become of age. Okay, so they all do have alien parents. Between both photos, we see Mizi, Sua, Till, and Ivan on one end, meaning they went to kindergarten together, while Huna and Luca are on the other side, with them being in kindergarten together. Okay, interesting. It did kind of seem like at one point Huna was trying to like stab Luca, so it seemed like maybe the relationship isn't good. Below is a description of the Annex Gardens from the website. Welcome to Annex Garden, the best elite music kindergarten in name and reality. We offer a variety of educational programs to help with emotional stability. Most wins on the Alien Stage. Okay, so there is other gardens that train for Alien Stage. This is just like, you know, the best of the best academies. Provide an environment that makes beautiful crying sounds. Jesus. I was like, that sounds depressing. We discover the most beautiful crying that humans can make in a human-friendly educational environment. Is that just what they call singing? Let's go to Annex Garden has the best musical education system. Look at how happy these kids are. Create an Alien Stage winner at Annex Garden. Your position and dignity will go higher. I guess like, man. I was just like wondering, I was like, why would these owners want them to go here? But I'm like, I guess it makes sense that if like the kid does succeed and go on Alien Stage and win, that the owner gets all of the money and like benefits basically from the kid or like the pet's work. Damn, that makes sense. I was like, that means your alien's not as nice as as maybe you think she is, because like, you know, she's putting you in this thing to exploit you and make money off of you. It's like, is she nice? I mean, it could just be that Miki loves singing and always has loved singing and blah blah blah, but I don't know. I'm side-eyeing. While we're talking about the Anoct Kindergarten, we should talk about the organization who created it, the Anoct Group. Based on what the Patreon says about this organization, they're a galactic corporation that prioritizes art and culture. In Alien Stage, the show is funded by this group, with the garden being used as a means to make money off of the human pets. Yeah, makes sense. Always comes back to money. The Sigians use the Anoct kindergartens as a way to give the children a sense of freedom in a simulated Earth-like environment to make sure that the human pets are in good conditions, especially for when they have to go back to their parent aliens during periodic breaks. Okay, so they like try to make it look nice. Due to how big Alien Stage is, it's almost every Sigian's dream to send their adopted humans into the program. However, to enroll the children into such a place, it's very costly and highly competitive, with most Sigians not being able to afford this. Okay, so I guess it's another thing to keep in mind. All of these humans are owned by super rich aliens. If the human pets are successful with their lessons, they pass and graduate from the program, earning them a spot as a contestant on Alien Stage. However, similar to real-life situations, some of the parent aliens use money to make sure their adoptees get through for popularity's sake. Okay, some of these parents are rigging it. I kind of love the idea of like, these alien parents are also like stage moms. They're also like, you know, boots on the ground, like volunteering, sending money to the directors, being like, you know, just in case you weren't thinking about giving Miki a solo. I just, you know, wanted to do this donation for the theater company. No pressure, but you know what I mean. Last but not least in this topic, when the human pets are sent into the kindergartens, the Anoct Group provides them with living dormitories that are separated between genders. At the end of their time in the program, the professors often rank the children at the end of their final exams and decide their grades before graduation. Below are more details on the main cast and their translated bio cards. These bio cards are translated into English by What a Fruit on Twitter. Their socials will be listed down below. Okay, nice. Okay, cool. It kind of is like Danganronpa bio cards. Okay, we do get to see their age. I guess like they might look so young to me just because they're like malnourished too. I guess that makes sense. Oh wow, Huna is like 27. Okay, she's a lot older than the others. Oh, Luca's 30. Okay, Slay King. Oh my god, dirty 30s. Let's go. Oh my god, I'm not used to actually seeing characters who are my age. Let's fucking go, baby. Okay, Sua. Name Sua. Birthday 12/22. Age 23. She likes Mizi. Okay, so her and Mizi are besties. It kind of did seem like that based off of some pictures up there. Am I gonna be shipping her and Mizi together? there. I could definitely see that being the case. Okay, next up is Mizi, age 22, likes Sua, enact artificial flowers, toothbrushes. So sad. Didn't even get to see real flowers. Dislikes vegetables and studying. Talent, scary stories. Okay, interesting. Hyuna, and she's a part of the 49th class, age 27, likes cigarettes and alcohol. Okay, queen. Dislikes unknown. Talent, voice impressions. Oh my god, you're just like me for real, girl. Next up, Till. He's also a part of the 50th class. Likes Mizi. Why the fuck does everybody like Mizi so much? Oh my god. I think she's sketch as hell. I don't want to judge, but I mean, she really looked like she was like leading the cult in that previous song, you know what I mean? Like maybe she's just so positive, she gives everybody hope, but I was like, I was not really expecting Till to like her either, because he seems like a more rebellious type, but interesting. Okay, so name Till, age 21, likes Mizi, composition, doodling, dislikes every single Segian, including Iraq. Oh, okay, I'm guessing that's his owner. I wonder, was it his owner that kind of like had him tied up and all that like, stuff in the song, you know what I mean? Or was it the orphanage? I could see it going either way. I think I'm leaning towards his owner though, if he, you know, hates even his owner as well. Interesting. Okay, next up, Ivan, age 22, affiliation, 50th class, likes classical literature. Okay, finally a 50th class person that is not obsessed with Miki. Finally, likes classic literature and dislikes ignorance and disrespect. Okay. Talent, striking rocks to start fires. Okay, interesting, kind of random. Okay, Ivan, kind of giving a creepy stare there, but I'll forgive it. Okay, and finally, Luca, age 30, affiliation, Anact Garden, 49th class, likes unknown, dislikes unknown, talent, Lex splits. Okay, serve. No wonder you're the star. Okay, so next up is round one. Round one was the first official post for Alien Stage, with the theme song coming out right after it. It's the setting stone for the series as a whole, and I hope you seriously enjoy it. Okay, cool, I'm excited to see it. I'm kind of interested to see if anybody gets eliminated in these rounds, or if they get eliminated per round. It seems like there might be like 7 rounds, and there's like 6 contestants, so maybe like the first round they won't eliminate anybody, but maybe like next round they'll start doing eliminations. I am just kind of curious to see how that all goes down and how that works, you know? It's like a name of one of the aliens. Aw, I'm singing on stage together now. From being kids to being on the alien stage. She's got like her name on her neck too. Interesting. Their voices go together really nicely. Aw, look at them. Oh, they're cute little friends. Interesting that they're singing together too. I could see the aliens liking, I guess, like the interpersonal relationships and stuff between them. They seem like cute friends though, you know? They grew up together, they passed all the exams together. It's sweet. Although I'm still side-eyeing you a little bit, Mickey. What is this? Oh no, they were versus each other. I thought it was just like a duet. Oh shit, now they're gonna vote who they like more? Oh no.
당신은 신을 믿나요? 옛날의 인류는 신을 믿고 종교를 가졌대.
Okay, so that is how they heard about God. I was wondering about that.
내가 인간으로서 할 수 있는 것이 믿는 것이라면 나의 신.
Aww. Aww. Oh no! Oh, is it Miki that won? Oh no! Shit, I knew they were gonna do that, dude! I knew they were gonna kill the losers! Damn! Oh. Oh, they're not that fucking cheering! Ew! Well, she's like heartbroken on stage? Jesus. Damn, I didn't expect them to die that quickly though. I'm like, Jesus! Like, it's the first song, you know? I thought maybe we'd at least get like 1 round of nobody dying. Jesus. Damn. Oh, I'm so sorry, Miki. I thought you were so sketch. I'm sorry, you were just being delusional. I'm like, girl, you can't love alien kind anymore though, right? Right, girl? You can't be into it anymore. I think now you've seen their true colors. I believe in you, girl. Oh, man. label her as unstable, damn. Why the hell you think she's unstable, bro? Damn. What a way to open this up, Jesus. That was intense. Round one. Damn. Aw, man, I liked Sua. She seemed really sweet. Okay, whoa. So, 2, 4, 6, 8. Whoa. Isn't there contestants we haven't seen then yet? Because we only saw like 6 contestants, I thought, so far. My Clematis. What does Clematis mean? Is that like God? I almost kind of felt like she was almost like referring to Sua as her God. You know what I mean? Okay, never mind. Clematis is actually a flower. I just looked it up. I think it was it Miki who liked flowers? Oh, that's so sad, dude. I always feel so guilty when I like suspect somebody. And then I find out actually they were totally just like nice and normal. And they're actually gonna go through something really traumatic, Weeby. Like, way to be a dick. Oh, yeah, she was talking about that. Like, how Sua is like her flower. Oh, that's so sad. Man, it was so close too. I think Mizi only won by like 1 point. That was wild. Okay, I wanna watch it one more time. Make sure I didn't miss anything. It's so sad, man. Because it's like they're singing together doing like, I don't know, the thing that they like both love to do with the person that they love. And then like, for her to just get killed on the spot like that. Oh, it's so messed up. I don't even know if they really explained like the rules to them or not. Because I feel like Mizi and Sua both looked like so happy before it happened, you know? Aw, they look so happy together. A little blushing. I bet people do ship them a bunch. It is a perfect setup for tragic Yuri.
내가 인간으로서 할 수 있는 것이 믿는 것이라면 나의 신.
They do be gay as hell, girls. Like, calling her your god. Like, come on. Come on. They're in love, Your Honor. Yeah, it really doesn't seem like they had any idea that that was about to happen. Like, they look so happy performing together. Just like, la la la, we're singing. And then it's like, the next second, she's gone. Like, that is so messed up. I guess the aliens might enjoy seeing the contestants' reactions too for the first time. Like, oh, she doesn't know we're gonna kill her best friend on stage with her. I wonder how Mizi's gonna do in the next round. She does seem like pretty broken after that. So I don't know if she's really gonna have like the will to want to compete anymore. It's like, I hope she does because I want her to succeed and like hopefully get revenge or something after that. But I don't know if that's gonna be possible. It's so messed up too because not only did she lose like her best friend, like she also probably had like her worldview like completely shattered. Because like before this, it seemed like she thought like pretty positively about alien kind, but there's no way she's gonna be able to think positively about them anymore after this. I mean, come on. Okay, let's move on to the lore section. With round one, we get exposed to the first round of alien stage between Mizi and Sua, who are seen to be childhood best friends. However, it's implied they have feelings of infatuation. Yeah, they do. Girl, implied. She was calling her god. Like, you know, just slight infatuation. You know, when you worship your bestie. Although they're doing a duet, the two are fated to face each other through a point system. This doesn't stop them from trying to duet though. And in fact, their scores stay the same for quite a bit until Sua gets 1 point lower, resulting in her demise and elimination. I kind of wonder if it shows explicitly what she did to get that 1 point lower. If it's just like, I don't know, the aliens just weren't feeling her. They like the pink hair better. The truth of Alien Stage is revealed simultaneously to the viewer through the eyes of Mizi, who had been naive and unaware of the truth of Anak until that moment. Yeah, I was like, it really seemed like she was not aware of it at all, which is so fucked up. This is the true story of Alien Stage, a competitive singing death game where Segians get to hear the cries of the human pets on stage and see who will be the last one standing. I was like, makes more sense why they like call it cries too. I guess like, I think it is referring to the singing, but they also are literally going to be hearing their cries of like despair after their like friends are getting murdered up there. So dark. Might be a bad time to brag about this, but I was right that this was a death game. I can see why so many people recommended this to me now too. I love music, I love singing, I love death games. I'm like, this is totally made for me. This episode also shows that we're going to follow Mizi for a majority of it, with her being the main character. Okay, that's good. If she's the main character, then like, I hope that implies she's gonna make it to the end. I do feel really bad for her. I feel bad suspecting her so hardcore too. In my defense, it did seem like she was kind of like, I don't know, just like drinking the Kool-Aid too much, I guess, during the Anact kindergarten stuff, but she was just a kid. She didn't know better. Something that's interesting to note is that when Vivinos was testing the start of the new series, they always posted photos of Sua first, making people believe that Sua is going to be the protagonist of the series and giving people hope that she would stay for a long time. That's some Kadaka shit, man. Man, they trolled the fans so bad with that one. I did kind of think Sua might have been the main character from like the intro with the other one kind of showing her first, and I guess even the document kind of listing her first out of the characters, but obviously, that's not the case. Down below will be all outside information and lore regarding the results of round 1 and what may be next to come for Mizi. After losing the love of her life, I know, her god, she called Sua. Yeah, I was like, I guess that like their relationship was like the only like happiness they really had in their lives too, so it makes sense she would like refer to her as god. After round 1 aired to Segian Society, the aliens uproared out of surprise that a duet was done on the stage with a Segian judge named Naturu wanting to commentate on the never before seen events. These posts below are publicly displayed on the official socials and are free to read on Patreon. Okay, cool. So this is kind of like the advertising stuff the aliens put out too. Interesting. An interesting fact to know is that a lot of the lore from the posts online, whether it be from magazines or the Patreon, is that there is an original language that was made for the Segians. Wow. There's been some people translating these posts online since the beginning of the series. Wow, that is dedication to make an actual language for this. That is wild. Below is the full translation of this round 1 excerpt that Vivinos posted. Wow, that is crazy. The dedication of the fans too to translate it and to even realize that that is like an actual language. That is crazy. I would have just assumed it was gibberish, but the fact that they like analyzed it, they were like, no, this is a language, and translated it is so cool. Written by Alien Stage judge Naturu, the same derivative performances, a repetition of death, and rigged standardized music. I was at the point where I was growing tired of Alien Stage. It's true that every season was a hit, but increasingly so, I believe that there lacked a special spark or a new phenomenon. That is until I saw My Clematis, the first and greatest harmony, My Clematis, who will trump their opponent. This has always been Alien Stage's standard to determine their winner, as well as the key point of the show. For this reason, victory had gone to the participant who outshone the other with a more sensational performance. But the round 1 act, My Clematis, was different. Sua and Mizi looked each other in the eyes and sang as if sharing their emotions and the music together. This performance, which had compromised technique in a fancy show, struck the audience with a sense of sincerity. We wanted to really emphasize that these two girls are in love and one of them's about to die. My Clematis was the first and greatest harmony to ever happen on Alien Stage, as it exhibited a never before seen chemistry between two participants. Hey, Yuri, baby! Sue and Mizi's beautiful voices resonated in the audience's heart, leading to one of the closest voting results in the history of Alien Star. Perhaps it was a performance only made possible by Sua and Mizi, for they were two friends since childhood. Yeah, they knew, and they set them up to do this for ratings, those bastards! Mizi nearly survived by a single point, while her song Take Her to Victory. I truly look forward to her next performance. How can you fucking say that when you know she might die? On March 3rd, 2023, there was a free post on Patreon that showcased a behind-the-scenes interview between Mizi and Sua moments before the two girls went on stage. Oh my god. Alien Stage magazine brings you, for the first time ever, a never-before-seen interview of Mizi and Sua. That is so fucked. Oh god, this is gonna be rough. I'm gonna prepare myself. 1, what made you take part in Alien Stage? They were fucking forced to. What do you mean? What made you take part in Alien Stage? My fucking alien parent made me. Sua, during my time at Enoch Garden, I learned that it was a great honor to be able to take part in Alien Stage. I'd like to show my music to the world through Alien Stage. Mizi, well, ever since I was little, it's been my dream to perform on stage with Sua. So I'm gonna do my best. Oh, pain, I knew one of them was gonna say that. The two of you seem very close. Can you please tell us about a memory you share from your time at Enact Garden? We used to look up at the night sky together, and when the ceilings opened up at Enact Garden, I remember when we were young, every time we saw a spaceship in the sky, Mizu would always try to convince me that it was Earth. Oh, right. I didn't even have the right perspective in my glasses, so the lights in the sky were always a bit blurry, and that's why anytime I saw a spaceship, I thought it was Earth. I've never seen Earth before, but I was told it was a planet that gave off a brilliant glow, you see? That's adorable, the freaking murderous alien says. They're like, you bitch is about to die. Sua, at Enact Garden, we had mandatory playtime for our psychological well-being. Looking back, I think I spent most of my time with Mizi and remember all the days we spent singing together. I had always had the most fun when I played with Sua too. Though, unlike Sua, I hated studying, so I had to take a lot of extra classes, but Sua always waited for me without a word of complaint. Oh, they were so cute together. The two of you must have always practiced together. It was hard for me to make friends when I first started at Anoct Garden, so one day after class ended, I was sitting there staring out into space during a mandatory playtime when suddenly I heard Sua singing. It was such a long time ago, but I still remember it so vividly. I was so lonely back then, but Sua's singing always made me feel better. I was too shy to go up to her, so I hid and secretly listened to her sing for a whole month. Then one time, I started singing along to Sua's song without realizing it, and she ended up hearing me. That's how we got close, and ever since then, we spend all of our days singing and practicing together. And now we're the best of friends ever, right, Sua? Oh God, yeah, so they bonded over singing like their whole childhood. And then died together doing what they love with the person that they love, I guess, at least. I'm trying to make it palatable. Yeah, that's right. I really want to go on stage and perform with Maisie. My dream is Maisie's dream as well. If you get through the preliminary round of Alien Stage, what kind of performance would you like to put on? Well, I'm still only in the audition round, so none of it has really hit me yet. I'm not sure. I want to wear a really cute outfit on stage. All the past participants I've seen on Alien Stage always look so amazing. My parents say they'd make me a beautiful dress. I dye my hair too. Oh, and I'll go and brag to my Enact Garden teachers and my parents. And oh, wait, I have to practice our performance with Sua too. I wish it could be over already. Oh man, she was so excited. Do you think you have what it takes to be the winner of Alien Stage? To be honest, I don't think so. I have to get past the preliminaries first. Oh gosh, I'm so nervous all of a sudden. What am I gonna do? This really does feel like reading K-pop interviews. My parents and my teachers all said that it's a great honor to be able to participate in Alien Stage. They told me that the Great Enact is always listening to her music. Okay, is Great Enact, is that like the aliens god? Because I mean, I know it was called like Enact, like garden, but the Great Enact, that almost seems like it's referring to like a deity. I've been waiting for the day that I got to go up on stage, so now all that's left is to show everyone what I've got. It'll feel amazing to win, wouldn't it? But it's all too hard to grasp at the moment, and even if I lose, I get to go back to the Great Enact. Oh, so that was what they told them? What the fuck's the Great Enact? Or does that just mean they thought they were gonna go back to the garden if they lost? Still, I want to sing and perform with Sua for as long as possible, so I want to win with her together. I heard there's even been a tie in all of... I heard there's never been a tie in all of Alien Stage's history, but if we get that tie, then I bet everyone will call us the most fantastic duo to ever exist in history, right? You better watch out for us. We're so close to getting that tie, too. Oh, pain. Pain. This interview showcased a lot about Maisie and Sua's characterizations. Maisie went onto the stage super optimistic and viewed it as a fun time that she and Sua would have when performing on stage together. That's so fucked up they didn't tell them. Hoping they perform together forever. It's also revealed at this point that Maisie had to train a lot in comparison to Sua, who was naturally talented with music. Maisie doesn't have a lot of confidence in her musical abilities, but she'd rather have fun, and her innocence is heartbreaking to know after what happened. I know. It's crazy that she ended up beating Sua too, considering that it seemed like, yeah, like Sua was more of the natural talent. Sua, on the other hand, acts very formal and professional in her interview as opposed to Maisie, bringing up her parents and teachers a lot and how they sort of pushed her to participate. She also is the one to bring up the lessons that occurred back in the kindergarten, and despite Sua being on Alien Stage, she doesn't sound enthused. The few times that Sua does laugh and becomes less formal is when she brings up Maisie. Aww, it's the only person that gave her like enjoyment. A sad fact is that some fans pointed out that when this interview came out is that Maisie was likely unaware of what happened to the eliminated competition. Yeah, she for sure did not know. While Sua was left aware due to the knowledge she obtained from her parental aliens and professors. Oh, what the fuck? So Sua did know? Oh, dude. Oh. Dang, now I kind of want to relook at their faces because I do feel like, I remember them like sweating, but I was like, oh, it's probably just from performing, like, you know, on stage. The bright lights, moving around, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, looking at this side by side, it does seem like Sua is way more stressed out. Dude, would she have thrown it too for Maisie if she like loves her enough to like allow her to win? Because it did seem like Sua was the more like, you know, kind of naturally gifted one, so I could see that being the case. Ugh. This theory is backed up in round 1 when Maisie scores the point higher by mistake and she's too distracted when looking at Sua happily, but when the camera cuts to Sua, she starts sweating with her preparing that she's about to die. Damn, that's crazy. People also often theorize that Sua intentionally lost so that Maisie wouldn't get shot. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, which probably hurts Maisie a ton due to Sua being ranked higher than her in terms of their musical capabilities. I think that is the case, honestly. I kind of want to rewatch a little bit of them singing together. Yeah, you can definitely tell, like, the way their faces look that Sua knew, but Maisie did not. I feel like she's kind of trying to be strong for her there, even though she knows. I guess it could also be Sua's just trying to like enjoy her last moments with Mizi too, knowing that one of them's gonna die. I think she probably did sacrifice herself too. I totally think she did, man. Because I feel like Sua didn't really seem as like optimistic or as like, I don't know, enthusiastic about life as Mizi too. So I could see her thinking like, first of all, I'm gonna sacrifice myself for the person I love, but also like maybe Mizi would like get more enjoyment out of living than me. So maybe it's like worth it for me to throw it. Cause I don't know if Sua, seemed to really enjoy life or even singing as much as Mizi did. You know what I mean? It honestly seemed like Sua's only happiness was Mizi. So like, if Mizi's gonna die, like, what's the point of living? I could see her, like, kind of thinking about it that way, too. Like, what's the point? Like, I'll let her live. I'm so messed up! This is the first flashback of when Mizi and Sua revealed to one another that they both had passed their lessons to be accepted for the competition when they became of age. Okay, so this is when they auditioned. Man, they auditioned that young. We can also see that during Mizi's monologue, when she discusses idolizing Sua as her god, that Sua is the one singing the most out of all the other children, while Mizi has stopped doing her lessons and transpire crush. Oh yeah, she even put it there! Her crush. I was like, yeah, I see you guys. I know what you girls are. On the official Alien Stage Twitter, there was a post of the teachers doing a recording of Sua and Mizi together, with Sua showing how melancholic she truly felt during her lessons, as Mizi peacefully slept against her. Yeah, so Sua was definitely a lot more aware of like their circumstances, how fucked up this all is. She definitely does seem a lot more like jaded and depressed, while Mizi is just like Delulu. Upon closer inspection, the Segians have written notes regarding Sua and the recording with a broken English translation stating, "Clip to you Earth, every human deserve good cage. No one standing for the no one standing for the heterosexuals." That's what they meant to say there. Only human is there for their own. 580823. There are no hope for her. Huh. They're talking about Sua there? So it kind of seems like they wanted Mizi to win anyways. I guess she is like a more like upbeat, kind of like happy character for people to root for. Fixed translation. Every human deserves a good cage. No one is standing for the next humans, are only there for themselves. There is no hope for her. You're trying to say that she's actually selfish and doesn't really care about Mizi? That's not true. How dare you say that? She loves her too. Like maybe, you know, sure, maybe Mizi loves her more than Sua loves Mizi, but like, she still loves her. I reject that, aliens. The meaning of Sweet Dream also changes when comparing both round one and the theme song together. It's also revealed that Mizi sung this song. Okay, I had a feeling after kind of listening to it, because I was like, I feel like one of these voices definitely sounds like the person that sang the theme song. Even that blue night and the splendid lighting, Sua watched as Earth got further away with it being gone. White dress dyed red. Mizi traumatized. Oh, that's what that's referring to. That makes sense. Mizi traumatized by Sua's death, seeing her white dress get stained. I was thinking, like when I heard that line, I was like, it does seem like blood splattering on a white dress, but I wasn't really sure what the symbolism was there, but that makes sense. That checks out. Standing on the edge of the cliff, seeing the troubled children get taken, the realization of death sets in. Yeah. I did feel like that line was probably symbolizing like, I could die at any moment here, like, you know, on the edge of the cliff. Some people are falling off, but yet I remain somehow. There's a lot more regarding the kindergarten interactions between Sua and Mizi, but we'll cover those at a later point. Yeah, I figure it'll probably get expanded upon later, especially since Mizi does seem to be the main character. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna end the video there. Wow, this has been really interesting so far. I'm definitely glad that a lot of you guys have recommended me this, especially, yeah, my moderators and my friends. I can definitely see why a lot of you guys did recommend this to me. Like I said, I love music. I love death games. This is right up my alley, dude. So I'm super excited to kind of see where it goes from here. I'm sorry we only got to one round today. There was just a lot of exposition that we kind of needed to read through in order to understand everything. So next time, I promise we will watch at least 2 or 3 rounds. I will try my best to do that. But yeah, please do be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you do enjoy my videos. That kind of stuff does help out a bunch. And yeah, I will see you guys real soon.